it's different because like Kobe Bryant is one of the best compliments I ever got when he recognized that killer instinct behind the smile. And like
Mm,
Mamba mentality is it has a name and it's a thing because you can just see it on his face. Like I'm out here to kill every single person in front of
right,
me to get to where I want to go. But he acknowledged that same spirit, but he knew that I did it with a smile on my face and a
right.
joy that came with it. He's like, but don't get fooled. Like he's coming for your heart kind of vibe. And I appreciate that compliment because
I see a calmness about him, and I think it's something that a lot of players don't understand. There's a serious calmness about him, which is extremely deadly, right? Because he's not up, he's not down, he's not contemplating what just happened before or worrying about what's to come next. He's just there.
Who would you say has a Kobe instinct about them?
There's several of them, I think, out there right now that approach the game, you know, extremely, extremely seriously. And I get a kick out of watching Golden State play because, they seem very unassuming. Clay and Steph seem very calm and nice guys. And, those guys are stone cold killers, man.
but it is funny that it doesn't matter what it is. Even me playing video games with my 11-year-old or whatever the case is, like, you're not gonna let me win? Like, no, what's that mean?
Right. Like, yeah. How do you learn in life? You know what I'm saying? And speaking of Kobe Bryant, man, Kobe's in the league, of course, before you're in the league. Then you get do you recognize Kobe Bryant as an NBA player before you get to the NBA? Because I noticed in Underrated when LeBron asked for tickets to the game, you were stoked about LeBron coming to see you guys play. Were you equally as stoked when it came to Kobe Bryant and your relationship with Kobe in the NBA?
Absolutely. Like being a hoop head and being around the NBA circles, my dad playing and all that. I'm a fan, like a true fan of the game. You appreciate the skill set, you appreciate just the mastery of what they do. And it's a shell shock when I made a transition to the league. One of my first preseason games was against Kobe, and we played in LA. What's the old arena called? I'm tripping.
The Staples Center before the Staples,
No, the
the
one before
Forum.
the Forum. Thank you. We played
Rest
at
is
the Forum, so it was like the Showtime Lakers and all they playing on the same court, and we get out there, Kobe's on the other team. And you're like, damn, I'm about to play against Kobe tonight. This is nuts. And before you know it, that starstruckness or the fandom gets smacked in the face pretty quick because he's calling for a post up and I'm guarding him. And he knows it's a mismatch, and he's like holding my leg and calling for the ball, and I'm like stuck. I can't do nothing. I'm my dumb self looking at the ref, thinking the ref's gonna bail me out. Like, yo, you don't see what he's doing? It's like, this is Kobe Bryant, man. He can do whatever. Gets on the block, baseline spin, pull up jumper, and you're like watching it in slow motion, kind of not realizing it's you gardening.
Mhm.
So that welcome to the NBA moment is unreal. But you go through that. I know the young guys. It's weird being on the other side of that now. Going into my 15th year,
Right.
being in Kobe's shoes a little bit in that respect. But yeah, that transition happens really fast because you realize just again how cutthroat the league is and how everybody's trying to fight for the same thing.
And when you view the NBA, man, Kobe is one of those names that just will always and forever be connected with the NBA. And it seemed like it was going to be so many beautiful things after his career. A long, great career, but it seemed like it was going to be so many beautiful things, bro. Do you remember? Because everybody have a I remember where I was at when I heard that Kobe passed. Do you have your I remember exactly where I was at?
Yeah, we were in practice. I was hurt at the time. I broke my hand earlier in the season. So this is 2020. So in like fall of 19, I broke my hand. I was out for 3 months, and I just started to come back on the court to practice, trying to get ready for my return. And we were having a morning practice and doing a transition drill. It was like one of the first two practices. I was already like kind of hyped to be back out there. I had a lot of juices flowing. And like right in the middle of our reps, going running back and up and down the court, you could see like some coaches on the side like start whispering to each other. You could see um, a different energy start to kind of get spread throughout that side of the court, and slowly but surely, you pass from ear to ear all the way to some of the players who were in the drill and mention what had happened, and like obviously in complete disbelief, like hoping that it's not true. We actually shut practice down right then. Everybody went home and to be with their families, and yeah, once it was acknowledge that it actually happened, like obviously your heart melts, tears are flowing, and it grounds you in appreciating life, man. Because like we're all just out there hooping, having a good time, and you realize somebody who ushered in a new generation of basketball, left us way too early, and obviously his daughter as well, and everybody else on the helicopter. So tough, but definitely remember where it was. We'll forever remember it, and I know we're all trying to honor his life any way that we can by how we approach every day in terms of being competitive, enjoying the moment, but being appreciative and grateful of every blessing that we have.